Once we've terminated contemplating the public life of Christ, we enter into his passion, his suffering and death. Before giving you some scenes in the Passion of Christ, these are the specific fruits that St. Ignatius says that we should beg for in the contemplation of the Passion of Christ. First, it is to beg for what I desire, and I ask for sorrow, compassion, and shame, because the Lord is going to his suffering for my sins. Ignatius underlines the fact that he didn't simply suffer for the sins of humanity as a whole, but he suffered for my sins. And then to consider what Christ our Lord suffers in his human nature, or according to the passage contemplated, what he desires to suffer. Then I will begin, with great effort, to strive to grieve, be sad, and weep. In this way I will labor through all the points that follow. In other words, I have to collaborate with the grace of God, but I really have to strive to enter into the suffering of Christ. Then Ignatius says to consider how the divinity hides itself. For example, it could destroy its enemies, and does not do so, but leaves the most sacred humanity to suffer so cruelly. And finally, is to consider that Christ suffers all this for my sins and what I ought to do and suffer for him. So these would be the specific fruits that we're begging for when we enter into the Passion of Christ. Really to enter into the heart of Christ and be willing to suffer with him, and to recognize that he suffered not simply for humanity, but he also suffered for my sins.